Hey guys, today I'm gonna show you how to use Perspective Warp in Photoshop. Perspective Warp is a powerful tool. It allows to adjust the perspective of the image. Using Perspective Warp, you can change or correct perspective distortions of architectural and interior photography. And you can change the viewpoint of an object or scene for artistic effect in photo manipulation, and then you can place your logo or text or anything in creating mockups and product design. So let's get started. You can download the resource images below. Check out the link in the description. Go to Layer Panel. To unlock the background layer, click the padlock icon. And we'd better to convert to Smart Object, so we can adjust it later. To do that, right-click. Choose Convert to Smart Object. Go to the Edit menu. Choose Perspective Warp. There is two types in Perspective menu, Layer and Warp. You can press L key to switch the layout mode and W key to switch the warp mode. So firstly, choose the layout mode, and drag and draw a grid on the image to define the perspective. Match the points with perspective of the image. And then drag and draw in another grid for the another side. When you move the edge of the quad close to the previous grid, the quad will snap to it automatically. And match the points with perspective of the image. If you satisfy, click the warp mode to correct or change the perspective. You can press W key or Enter key. In the layout mode, you can press the Enter key to quickly switch to the warp mode. In the warp mode, the Enter key commits the current changes to the perspective. You can change or correct the perspective of the image. You can drag and adjust the points to change the perspective of the image as you like, but there are limits. Don't overdo it, as it could distort your image and make it look unnatural. If you want to straighten the quads, these tabs can be used. It makes to straighten vertical lines automatically. It makes to level horizontal lines automatically. It makes to warp to horizontal and vertical lines automatically. Now we don't do these tabs. We fix this manually. Shift-click the edge to straighten an individual edge of a quad and keeps it straight during further perspective manipulation. The edge will turn yellow. If you don't want to preserve the straightening of the edge, shift-click it again. And then you can drag and adjust the points to change the perspective of the image as you like. If you satisfy, press the check mark. To fix the transparent areas, you use Content-Aware Fill or Generative Fill. For now I will use Content-Aware Fill. Content-Aware Fill not allow the Smart Object. So right-click, click Rasterize Layer. To make selection transparent areas, hold Control key on the window or Command key on the Mac and click the layer thumbnail. Go to the Select menu and click Inverse. Go to the Edit menu and choose Content-Aware Fill. And click OK. You can use tools like the Remove tool or Spot Healing Brush tool to erase blemishes or imperfections. Now, I'm just going to use the Remove tool. And click and drag along the lines. I will show you with another image. It has perspective distortion, so we'll fix that. Go to Layer Panel, choose Convert to Smart Object. Go to the Edit menu, choose Perspective Warp. And drag and draw a grid on the image to define the perspective. Match the points with perspective of the image. If you hold the Shift key and drag an edge, it constrains the shape of the plane. Next, drag and draw in another grid for the another side. Match the points with perspective of the image. And move to warp mode. Correct the perspectives. If you satisfy, then click the checkmark. Since it's a smart object, if you don't like it and want to edit it again, just double-click on it, and you can make changes whenever you want. If you're sure you have done, convert to rasterize layer to use content-aware fill for fixing the transparent area. If you'll use generative fill, you don't need to convert to rasterize layer. For now I will use content-aware fill. So right-click, choose rasterize layer. To make a make selection transparent areas, hold Ctrl key on the window or Command key on the Mac and click the layer thumbnail. Go to the select menu and click inverse. Go to the edit menu and choose content-aware fill. And click OK. Click and drag this line to remove with Remove Tool or Spot Healing Brush Tool. As a next lesson, let's change the room's perspective. Unlock the background layer. Convert to Smart Object. Go to Edit menu, choose Perspective Warp, and draw the grid's every surfaces. If you hold the Shift key and drag an edge, it constrains the shape of the plane. Match the points. Move to warp mode. Hold Shift key and click edges. Change the room's perspective like this until you want. And fix the transparent areas. Here, I will show you how to replace the photo within this frame with another photo. Choose Rectangle tool. Make sure the shape is selected in Pick Tool mode. Draw a rectangle according to the size of the frame. You can fill any color. And then convert to Smart Object. Go to Edit menu, choose Perspective Warp, and draw the grid according to the shape. Switch the warp mode. Match the grid with the frame. Double-click Layer Thumbnail to change the photo. The image you want to use is open in Photoshop. Press Ctrl-A or Command-A. Ctrl-C or Command-C and return to Smart Object Document and Ctrl-V or Command-V. Ctrl-T or Command-T holding the Shift key, adjust the scale. Close the Smart Object document and save it. And change the blend mode if you want. To fix the uneven points, double-click on this and make the adjustments. Lastly, let's change perspective angle or depth and dimension of the box and put it in another image. So press Ctrl-A or Command-A, Ctrl-C or Command-C and Ctrl-V or Command-V. Choose Object Selection tool and click the box. You can use other selection tools that you like. Then, click the mask icon to create the layer mask. Convert to Smart Object. Ctrl-T or Command-T, hold the Shift key and scale it down until you want. Go to Edit menu, choose Perspective Warp, and draw the grid's every surfaces. And change the perspective view. To add the shadow, create a new layer below it. Then, select the brush tool, choose a black color in the foreground color, and click once at the starting point. After that, hold the Shift key and click once on this side, and once on the other side. Decrease the opacity and change the blending mode to multiply. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell on my channel for more videos.